just here in my living room because I like the view. I like the cityscope. My name is Gavin Mail. Just a little impromptu video. This is actually the room I like to do my practicing of the all-time of all time. It's called the Master Key System. A few years ago, I was actually in a very in a very dark place mentally. Even though I'd had tremendous success in reaching the number one position in sales at a large company of 10,000 people, and then had tremendous success in a business, the financial crisis ended up crushing me. And I did have success after that, but I had also tremendous difficulty, and a lot of it came from overcoming mental challenges. And I just wanted to share just an impromptu video about this because you may be facing problems upstairs. When I mean upstairs, like you take a few steps forward in the right direction, and then all of a sudden you take 2-3 steps backwards in reasons telling yourself why you can't do something. So this is like the essential important time for making it a daily habit of practicing and executing the great Master Key System. You see, I was like you, where I was having this internal argument. It's like an angel on one side and a devil on the other. But I realized that there was a solution out there. I just didn't know what it was. So as a ferocious reader and constant student, I decided to hit the books, and I ended up spending $5,000 on personal development material. In that, I discovered some of the classics, Think and Grow Rich, and the Master Key System. When I first got a copy of the Master Key System, it was actually in an audio format. And I would listen to the first part, and then the second part, and then it would tell me to do something, but I wouldn't do it. And I would start over. Then it would tell me to do something, but I wouldn't know how to do it. And I would start over again. And then it would tell me to do something else. I still wouldn't quite know how to do it. And so I would get frustrated and give up. I knew it was special, but I didn't know at the time when I first discovered it that it was the all-time top of the top in the way of personal development. It was kind of like a hidden gem. And as an online marketer, I became an affiliate marketer of another business. And the number one marketer in the opportunity, one of the number one affiliate marketers in the world, he would always talk about this Master Key System. So it caused me to really dive deep and look into this thing. I discovered a lot of information about how it's possible that Bill Gates actually dropped out of Harvard when he got a copy of the Master Key System, locked himself in a room, and began creating Microsoft. It's also possible that the great Richard Branson got a copy of the Master Key System and went from being a scrawny young man with really not a lot of potential to becoming a mega rich billionaire. It's also talked about that the guys in Silicon Valley in the 90s, starting these big companies, had a copy of this Master Key System floating around, but a lot of people didn't know about it. It was like a hidden secret. The truth is, in 1933, it was actually removed from publication. And some powers that be, someone, somebody, something, did not want people to know about it. But now with the beauty of the internet, it is definitely out, and it is out in a big force. But it feels like it's just been born, even though it was written all the way back in 1912. As a ferocious reader and a constant student of the great Napoleon Hill, and I consider him to be the one who really broke humanity wide open to success. I mean, it is a known fact that Napoleon Hill's writings created more millionaires than anything else or anyone else in history. This is something that the great Andrew Carnegie told him he would do during his 1908 interview with him, which you can learn more about by getting Think Your Way to Wealth, which is Napoleon Hill's shorthand interview with the great Andrew Carnegie, where he unlocked the Carnegie secret. So Once I got a copy of the Master Key System in physical format, at the very end of the last page of the book is where the light bulb went off. Now, mind you, I had to go through this book about 3 times or more before I then started over again from chapter 1 and doing what it said it would do. So, at the very last chapter was a letter from the great Napoleon Hill. I've never seen Hill truly endorse any other works before. And I may be wrong, and maybe some other people know about other endorsements. Of course, he loved Emerson. You know, that was his one of his just true people that he learned from the most. You know, he loved reading about the scriptures. He loved reading about Darwin. He loved, of course, Edison's work, and he knew Alexander Graham Bell, and he personally knew Henry Ford, and you know, he knew all these people, but I don't remember him. I couldn't find him actually endorsing anything until I saw that letter from the Master Key System on the very back. And it's a real letter. Hill wrote it in 1919. Anyway, he gives the Master Key System the credit for most of his success. So, just my endorsement of the amazing Master Key System. I wrote a blog about this in which you can have the beauty of getting it for free now because of the internet. It actually used to cost $1,395 to get the Master Key System not that long ago. And now you can actually have it for free. So I put that in the blog on how to do that. But I recommend just getting a physical copy. There's something powerful about having a copy of the book in your hands and practicing it every day. So if you want to achieve anything else you want in life, if you want to know what inspired the movie and the best-selling book, The Secret, okay, get the Master Key System, because it was the Master Key System. It's the all-time of all time. I highly recommend it. This is Gavin Mail, just here in my living room.